Hello and welcome. My name's Phil Horne, top chef at HiFresh, and today I'm going to show you how easy and straightforward it can be to cook a beautiful pan-fried sirloin. The Wagyu sirloin that I'm using today is a 420-day full grain-fed, full New Zealand Wagyu. It's a 5 to 7 marble score, which as you can see here, just shows all that beautiful marble. It's not going to take long to cook. It's only about 1 centimetre thick. Ideally medium rare, but because it does have a lot more marble through it and a lot more fat through it, we can get away with it being to medium. Okay, so on to our potatoes. Now Hasselback potatoes is basically fine little slices out of these new potatoes, not all the way down. And then we're going to gratinate it with a lot of Parmesan over the top, and it's also going to have garlic butter marinade to cook in. Simple little marinade on the potato. It's just a simple, straightforward garlic butter. So I've got 20 grams of unsalted butter here. Minced garlic, 2 cloves. And I have 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Just give that a little mix together. So I've got a little pastry brush here, and I'm just going to marinate it. I'm just going to give it a little rub all the way over, nice and generous, and this will melt down right through the potatoes, and I'm going to bake them in the oven around about 20-25 minutes. Okay, so for the shallot puree, we're going to cook on a low heat, a little bit of seasoning in there, just a little bit of salt. Sweat the shallots all the way down until there's no bite left on the shallot, and it draws out all that sweetness. Really important that we do it nice and slow and we get no colour on the shallots at all. Now this will take a while. It's going to take at least 25 to 30 minutes. If you find the temperature's too hot, just turn it down a little bit longer. We can always take it off the heat, put it back on, but you just want to do your best not to burn it, not to get any colour at all. We're going to add 100 ml of cream, and then we're going to just put it into a blender, and we're just going to mix it up real nice and fine. So a good little trick is to put it through a colander, and then we just get the back of a spoon and just run it right through the colander, just to give us a real nice smooth puree at the end. Okay, so to cook our sirloin, I've made sure that I lifted the sirloin out of the fridge at least 15 minutes before cooking. Best way of cooking steaks, always at room temperature, never straight out of the fridge. Okay, so a little bit of salt, do that on both sides. Now you know your pan's hot enough when you hear that sear straight away. If you don't start hearing that sizzle straight away, don't put it in the pan yet, because the chances are your meat will probably stick to the pan. Our potatoes have been cooking for roughly about 20-25 minutes now. So we're going to take that out. We're going to give it another marinade with the remaining of our butter, a little bit of Parmesan over the top, and then we're going to bake that for another 20-25 minutes. Okay, so this is cooked 2 minutes each side. Very quick, very thin piece of meat. Really don't want to overcook it. Literally 2 minutes each side was fine. We're just gonna let that rest now. Now the juices I've got left in the pan are gonna be the juices that I use to cook the mushroom. So you can use any mushroom really. I've got a Portobello mushroom, nice one, good size here. Touch of salt, a little bit of cracked black pepper. And I've just got a few sprigs of thyme there. I'm just going to put that in, let that cook out. It's got a nice little bit of colour on our mushrooms now. You can smell the thyme coming through. Just going to pull that off. Just going to wait for our cheese to melt over our potatoes, and we're ready to plate. First of all, we're just going to put a little bit of puree on the plate. Okay, so as always, slice against the grain. This just helps break up the fat, the marble, makes it a lot easier for us to chew. Okay, and our potatoes on. And then our mushroom to finish. I'm excited to taste this. See you next time.